Hello everybody and welcome to my new Sims 4 build video. Today is another house build because houses are fun to build and you can never have enough houses in the world. It means we can have quite a nice sim population when we get to like the Let's Play. We can create a few families to live in some of these bigger houses, so the world should be quite nicely populated. I know it won't last, but it means that for the start there'll be like some families and everyone for the Sims for our main family to get along with, which is something you don't always get. Like, I know there's loads of kids in the world and everything, but a lot of them may end up not being there at some point. But if they're in the house, they should definitely stay. Right, for this house, it's kind of a similar style of house to the last one, but I think this one's a bit more detailed, a bit more interesting, especially with like the roof, the room in the roof, and the little side room, which ends up being like a games officey painty room type place. But you know, adding in like all the little side bits really adds a bit of detail to the house, makes it different to the other builds in the world, and it makes it stand out. Adding in lots of windows. I was worried about going over the top again with windows, but I don't think we do. Adding in something to the roof, and I know there's not like anything there, but I just think it makes it look a bit more realistic. That big roof space with no windows looks a bit weird in my eyes. Trying to find the right shade of wood at the minute. This took me a bit of time, because sometimes you just can't quite find that colour you want. So it ends up not being quite the shade of the windows, but it's alright. I think it looks okay. Now with this house, we end up with quite a few different shaped rooms than I normally would. Because, I don't know, I just didn't feel, because like the places like the bay windows and everything, to get them in like good points of rooms, well they're not even in that great point of rooms, like they're not central. But to get the rooms looking nice with the bay windows and everything, it meant that some of the rooms had to be funny sizes. But I think it really works, and it's really like adding something different to this house, having all the different sizes and different shapes. Like, a lot of the rooms have ended up having single beds instead of double beds. So yeah, you might not be able to fit as many Sims in this house, but it is quite cool, and it does end up having like 5 bedrooms still, which is quite a lot of bedrooms. You could easily have a family of 8 in this house with the rooms, I think, because you know you could add more beds in like to the kids' room and stuff like that, or have 2 couples, and then like 3 teenagers and a child or 2. I'm lost with the numbers at the minute. Right, as you can see, we're doing a bit of the outside. Most of the outside comes at the end as normal, because I like to leave the gardening as a finishing touch. Especially because this house is on foundation, I don't have to worry so much about plants peeking through, which is a big pet hate of mine. And I know in some of the builds there is some plants poking through. But I do, if I notice them in the screenshots, I will go and fix them. So yeah, you got that. I do watch out for that now. Because like when using move objects on stuff, the plants will go through walls, and even without move objects on, sometimes they will go through walls. It doesn't seem very well thought through. Right, here we are doing the kitchen. Now I really like the kitchen in this house. It looks really funky and modern, especially with the curved island that we end up going with. We do use move objects on to get rid of the gap, because I don't like that. I know it's not like the most useful of islands because you can't like sit at it, but it gives you lots of like preparation space and a bit of space from if you wanted to, you could add more decoration to it. That microwave has been a little awkward, wouldn't go in the corner nicely. But here we are, the kitchen nearly finished, adding in just a few finishing touches, seeing if we could get away with some of those cabinets. Nope, we could not this time. Yeah, I really like how the kitchen ends up looking. It's quite nice and modern. Yeah, but simple at the same time. It's not like overly busy. Now, the dining room, I really like how the dining room ends up looking. I mean, again, it's pretty simple, and I wanted to put curtains in it, but couldn't because of the lighting again. But hey, no, yeah, I really like how this ends up looking. It's quite simple colours, but it has a bar and a quite big table, so you could fit plenty of Sims in this room. And I think it makes up for the lack of seating in the kitchen. Like there's no breakfast area. You just gotta go use your dining table. And yeah, here we are doing one of the interesting shaped rooms. It's a little study. And it has space for everything. You got a sofa, you got a bookcase, and you got your computer. What more do you need in a study? Yeah. Now the living room I quite like in the end. Because we go for because I have a red wall, you'd think that I'd go for red sofas, but I think that'd be too much. Try to find a nice red rug, but I just couldn't. So I gave up on a rug in the end. But because we go for brown, I think it doesn't look too busy. It's quite nice and neutral. It's the kind of thing that I'd actually go for in my living room if I was, our living room is cream, red and brown, and gold. Gold might be colour. But there isn't much gold stuff in The Sims, so we couldn't really use that. And if you went to my living room, you couldn't really see much gold because I haven't got around to buying all the little decorative pieces that I want and stuff. But we don't really have the space for it, as it's full of games and stuff now. All the shelves are. I've got a big bookcase full of books. Yeah. Yeah, no, I quite like this room. It's like a little room where you can go play games or paint. And now we're doing it's a little kids skilling study room. I think it matches the blue quite nicely. Here we are trying to make a nice little feature point on that wall, some pictures. Yeah, I quite like this room. It's a bit simple, basic kids room. Yeah. Bathroom now. Yeah, a lot of the bathrooms my bathrooms end up being quite similar, I use the same things, but it makes it look like a bathroom, and that's what you want. Doing the entranceway now, adding in everything you need, coat racks, coat stand, hat stand I think they're called, and a bit of clutter, make the house look a bit lived in, adding in some decoration, because a lot of these hallways end up being quite plain and white because I just don't know how to quite decorate them yet. Yeah, here we are doing the master's room. We go for pink in here, which is not quite pink and white. It's not always what you go for in a master room, but I think it suits it. Especially because it's a slightly funny shape. But I really like how the bed looks in the big bay window. If you'd call it a bay window or just a slightly angled room. And now this room is only really the master because it has the ensuite. Because that's what I think is important for your master room. If you have a big house, you want to have a master with an ensuite. Now this is your typical teenage lad's room. Bit messy, bit funky. And because it was a weird shape, you can only fit in a single bed. Now yeah, this is a kid's room. That's everything your kids room will have in. More kids skilling stuff. And lots of pictures. Yeah, and we went for orange this time. I went for orange I think in the last one as well. Don't know why. Maybe it's because it's summer and we want to go for something a bit more summery. Yeah, so this is a guest room / maybe grandparents' room. Oh, we finished that room now. Now in here, I don't know. You could call it another guest room, or you'd have two teenage girls in it, or maybe two female kids. Yeah. Alright, here we are doing the games room, another games room. This one's a bit more electronic games and some more painting. Because you can never have enough painting stuff in a house. It's a good way for your Sims to make money. Yeah, so here we are, doing another bathroom. Very similar to all the other bathrooms. Because I like that toilet, I like the sink, and I like the bath. the big corner bath or the shower bath. Those are my favourite things to put into bathrooms, and there's only so many accessories you can put in a bathroom, you know. Right, now we're on to the garden, the fun bit. Yay! Yeah, here we are. I was going to go for like a white theme and then realised, oh, there's not really many white flowers, is there? So that was got scrapped. Yep, just putting in lots and lots of flowers. I really like how this garden ends up looking. It looks a little overgrown, but yet managed at the same time. Yeah, and it's quite colourful. Adds that pop of colour that the house needed. You know, because it's just brick and white. Yeah. And then some little bushes, yeah. The front of the house looks nice. And now we do the back garden. We go for hedges this time because there wasn't a fence that's big enough in the colour I wanted. Doing a nice, it has quite a nice big pool to this one. So yeah. Adding in like a patio area, and we have the deck area, and some lots of places for flowers to go to add the colour and the variety that the garden needs. Because if it was just brick, it'd be really boring. Like my garden. It's just stone and it's really boring. And I really dislike it. It's like the one bad thing about the house. If you have a really boring garden. But it's not. It's something we can change with time. And with Sims, you know, it's really easy to change your garden. So yeah, here's the garden. Looks really nice, all the flowers. And your little seating area. We have some other seating areas. And I know everyone wants like lounge chairs in the Sims 4. And it would be really good for like that pool area. Now, we're into the screenshots. As you can see, we have that car. We decided to drive past, even though you can't have cars in Sims 4. There's the decorative ones to drive past. Yeah, now I'm really happy with how this house looks. I think it's got the detail, but yeah, it still looks tidy and clean. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm quite happy with how this house looks. And I hope you are too. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this speed build. I know I've rambled again. I always ramble about anything and everything that comes into mind in these videos. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.